Are you aiming for a band 7, 8, or even a 9 in your IELTS exam? If so, there's a tiny, often overlooked area of grammar that could be costing you valuable marks. Articles. Yes, I'm talking about a, an, and the. They seem simple, but their misuse is one of the most common errors examiners see, even from advanced students. Getting them right signals a high level of precision and control over the English language. Getting them wrong can make your writing and speaking sound unnatural and, frankly, lower your score. But don't worry, in the next 10 minutes we're going to demystify articles completely. We'll break this down into 4 clear sections. First, in section 11.1, we'll master the fundamental difference between definite and indefinite articles. Then, in section 11.2, we'll explore the powerful zero article, when the best choice is no article at all. In section 11.3, we'll apply this knowledge by fixing common article mistakes found in real IELTS essays. And finally, in section 11.4, you'll test your new skills with a comprehensive quiz. By the end of this chapter, you'll have the confidence to use articles correctly and stop losing those easy marks. Let's begin. Section 11.1. Definite versus indefinite. This is the foundation of all article usage. The core principle is simple. Are you talking about something specific or something general? Let's start with the indefinite articles. A and an. Use a or an when you introduce a singular, countable noun for the first time. You're essentially saying, here is one example of something. For instance, in an IELTS speaking test, you might say, I recently read a book about climate change. You're introducing this book to the listener. It's one of many books in the world. It's not a specific book that you and the examiner have already discussed. Now, once you've introduced that noun, any subsequent mention becomes specific. You would continue, the book was incredibly insightful. Now you're using the, because the listener knows exactly which book you're talking about, the one you just mentioned. This is a critical distinction. First mention, a book. Second mention, the book. Now let's dive deeper into the definite article, the. We use the when the noun is specific or unique in the context. This can happen in several ways. First, as we just saw, when a noun has already been mentioned. Second, when the noun is unique because there is only one of it in existence. For example, we say the sun, the moon, the sky, the world. There's only one sun in our solar system, so it's automatically specific. We also use the for superlatives and ordinals. Superlatives are words like best, worst, tallest, most important. Since there can only be one best or one tallest in a given group, it's unique. For example, this is the most effective solution to the problem. Ordinals are numbers like first, second, 10th, last. They specify a unique position in a series. For example, the third reason for this trend is economic. The is also used for specific geographical features. This includes oceans and seas, like the Pacific Ocean or the Mediterranean Sea, rivers, like the Nile, and mountain ranges, like the Himalayas. We also use it for major inventions and systems that are part of our shared modern life, such as the internet, the telephone, or the radio. These are treated as unique, shared concepts. A quick but crucial note on choosing between a and an. The rule isn't about the letter a noun starts with, it's about the sound. If the noun begins with a vowel sound, use an. If it begins with a consonant sound, use a. This is where many students get tripped up. For example, we say an hour because hour starts with a silent H, so the first sound is a vowel sound, AU. We also say an MBA because the letter M is pronounced M, starting with a vowel sound. Conversely, we say a university because university starts with a Y sound, Jew, which is a consonant sound. Similarly, it's a European country or a one-way street. Always listen to the initial sound of the word, not the spelling. Alright, let's test this with a quick mini drill. I'll give you 5 sentences with a blank. You decide if it needs a, an, the, or no article, which we represent with a dash. Ready? 1. I saw a documentary was about best candidate for the job. 4. It takes about capital of Australia. Let's check the answers. 1. I saw an interesting documentary. First mention, singular and interesting, starts with a vowel sound. 2. The documentary was about the Amazon rainforest. We use the for documentary because it's now specific, the one I just mentioned. And we use the for the Amazon rainforest, a specific geographical feature. 3. She is the best candidate. Best is a superlative, so it requires the. 4. It takes about an hour. Hour starts with a vowel sound. 5. What is the capital of Australia? A country has only one capital, making it unique and specific. How did you do? If you got them all right, fantastic. If not, review the rules we just covered. Section 11.2. The zero article. Knowing when to use an article is just as important as knowing when to use one. This is a key differentiator for a Band 9 score. The zero article simply means no article is needed. The most common use of the zero article is when making general statements with plural countable nouns or with uncountable nouns. For example, students need feedback. We're not talking about the students in this specific classroom. We're talking about students in general, all over the world. Therefore, no article. Similarly, with uncountable nouns like information, advice, water, traffic, or research, we use the zero article when speaking generally. Information is essential for decision-making, or pollution is a major global issue. We're talking about the general concepts of information and pollution, not a specific piece of information or a specific instance of pollution. Compare this to, the information you gave me was very helpful. Here, it's specific information, so we use the. We also use the zero article for certain established phrases related to daily life, institutions, and transport. For meals, we say, have breakfast, eat lunch. For dinner, no article. For example, I usually have coffee for breakfast. For general places, when we're talking about their primary purpose, we use the zero article. We go to school, at college, in hospital, in prison. For example, children go to school to learn. We're talking about the institution of school, not a specific school building. However, if you were a parent visiting a specific building, you would say, I'm going to the school to meet my son's teacher. The context changes the meaning. This also applies to modes of transport with the preposition by. We travel by bus, by car, by train, by plane. For example, many people commute to work by train. And finally, we use the zero article for languages and academic subjects. She is learning English. He is studying history. Now for the exceptions, which are crucial to remember. While most countries don't take an article, e.g. France, Japan, Brazil, we use the for countries whose names are plural or contain words like kingdom, republic, or states. This is why we say the United States, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and the Philippines. Also, while we say watch television, we say listen to the radio, and we always refer to the news. These are just conventions of the language that you need to memorize. Let's do another quick quiz for the zero article. 6 examples. Fill in the blank with the, or leave it blank for the zero article. 1. Education. 2. I travel to work by happiness is more important than United Arab Emirates. 5. I need to get hospital for 2 weeks after the accident. Ready for the answers? 1. Governments should invest more in education. Both are general concepts. 2. I travel to work by bus. Mode of transport. 3. Happiness is more important than money. Both are abstract, uncountable nouns used in a general sense. 4. My brother lives in the United Arab Emirates. This country name includes Emirates, so it requires the. 5. I need to get the information for my project. Here, information is specific. It's for my project, so we need the. 6. She was in hospital for 2 weeks. We're talking about her being a patient, the primary purpose of a hospital. 0 article. Mastering the 0 article is a huge step towards sounding like a native speaker. Section 11.3, fix the essay. Now let's put it all together and see how these rules apply in the context of an IELTS essay. I'm going to show you 6 common errors and how to fix them, turning a low-band sentence into a high-band one. First correction, a student writes, "The city should invest in a public transport." This is incorrect. Public transport is an uncountable noun, referring to the system as a whole. You can't have one public transport. The correct sentence uses the 0 article. The city should invest in public transport. Second, the technology improves the life. This sentence is making a general statement about technology and life as broad concepts. It's not referring to a specific piece of technology or the life of a specific person. Therefore, we use the 0 article for both. The correct version is, technology improves life. Third, protecting an environment is everyone's duty. There is only one environment that we all share. It's a unique, specific concept for all of humanity. Therefore, it always takes the definite article. The correct sentence is, protecting the environment is everyone's duty. Fourth, she wants to attend a university in Canada. This is that classic sound trap. The word university starts with the letter U, but the sound is Jew, a consonant sound. So, we must use A. The correct sentence is, she wants to attend a university in Canada. Fifth, he goes to work by the bus. Remember our rule for modes of transport? When using the preposition by to describe the method of travel, we use the 0 article. The correction is simple. He goes to work by bus. And our final correction. Internet has changed communication. Like the radio or the telephone, the internet is treated as a unique global system. It always requires the definite article. The correct sentence is, the internet has changed communication. Seeing these corrections helps solidify the rules in a practical way. Section 11.4, Article Quiz, Explained. This is your final test. I'll give you 8 sentences. Choose a, an, the, or 0 article. I'll pause briefly, then reveal and explain each answer. Let's go. 1. He is studying for MBA. The answer is an. The acronym MBA is pronounced MBA, starting with a vowel sound. 2. Research shows a clear link between diet and health. The answer is 0 article. Research is an uncountable noun used in a general sense here. 3. We visited Louvre Museum in Paris. The answer is the. Specific famous buildings and museums always take the. 4. It was unique opportunity. The answer is a, another sound trap. Unique starts with a Y sound, Jew, which is a consonant. 5. Unemployed face many challenges. The answer is the. We use the plus adjective to refer to a group of people in general, the rich, the poor, the young, the unemployed. 6. I need advice on my application. The answer is 0 article. Advice is uncountable. If you want to make it singular, you must say, a piece of advice. 7. History of Rome is my favorite. The answers are 0 article, then the. First, history is a general academic subject. Second, the history of Rome is specific history, so it needs the. 8. She bought car is electric. The answers are a, then they. This is the classic rule. First mention is indefinite, a new car. Second mention is definite, the car. Congratulations on making it through. You now have a comprehensive understanding of how to use articles correctly for the IELTS exam. Let's quickly recap. Use a or an for singular nonspecific nouns, paying attention to the sound. Use the for specific, unique, or previously mentioned nouns. And use the zero article for general plural and uncountable nouns, and for specific fixed phrases. Your action plan is simple. Practice. When you write your next practice essay, go back and check every single noun. Ask yourself, is it general or specific? Is it countable or uncountable? Is it the first time I'm mentioning it? This conscious practice will turn knowledge into a skill, and that skill will translate directly into a higher band score. You've got this.